Hey, welcome. This is Python top tip tutorials. Today you are going to learn about how to manipulate files and directories in Python. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can work with directories and files using OS module. This OS module is uh, a built-in Python module that provides a portable way of using operating system dependent functionalities. So all the OS dependent functionalities can be provided using this OS module. This OS module provides functions for creating, removing a directory or folder, fetching its contents or the contents of the directory, changing and identifying current directory, etc. So there are many functionalities in this OS module. So this is a built-in Python module. You are not required to install this module as a third party because that is already built-in module. So in this tutorial, we are going to see how can we create, remove, change, or manipulate the contents of the directories in Python using this OS module. You first need to import the OS module to work on OS. So you can use import OS to work on working on the directories and other functionalities of the OS module. Then once you import this module, you can interact the functionalities of the OS module. You can interact the functionalities of the OS module using dir, for example. You can see there are a lot of functionalities in this OS module. So you can check by using dir function, the built-in function, to check all the functionalities attributes of the OS module. Now, the first step is we're going to working in this tutorial is getting the current working directory. Current working directory. So I can use os.getCwd. This is the function that's going to get the current working directory, which means the path of the current working directory. So you can use os.getCwd. So I am currently in the desktop home now desktop. I'm currently working at desktop. I actually using Linux system. That's why in Windows it looks like this, like desktop, for example, for home, like desktop, etc. The path of the OS, Windows OS is look like this, but this is Linux OS. It seems different from Windows OS. So this is the function to get the current working directory. And the other thing is I can change the current working directory. The second one is change the current working directory to any one of the working directory. First of all, let me show you create create new directory. Then I can show you how we can change the current working directory. Okay, I am currently working on desktop, and I can use OS mkdir to create working directory. I mean, directory on the current working directory. I can use os.mkdir and pass the name of the directory, for example, Python. Okay, this directory is created. I can check using graphical user interface where the directory is created on desktop. As you can see here, this directory is empty right now. There is no file or contents. Now I want to change the current working directory to Python I have created right now. So now change the current working directory to Python. I created right now, and I can use os.chdir change directory. Then I can just pass the directory name Python. Okay, now let me check my current working directory, os get cwd. As you can see here, the previous working directory was home, now desktop, but now I changed it to this one, and I created a new directory on desktop and changed it to this working directory. So my working directory right now is changed to the newly created directory. All right, let's go ahead. Now I can create, I can change, and I can get the working directory as well. And the other part is let's remove my okay, let's create another working directory here inside this os mkdir p2. Let me p2, and I can check on desktop Python, and p2 is created. This is a working directory. And now let me the fourth step is remove the directory. How can you remove the directory? Now I am on the Python, and inside this Python I have created a new directory that is p2, and I want to remove this p2 directory from the Python from the current working directory os dot rm dir. Then I can pass the directory name into this function. All right. This directory is right now removed. There is no directory because the directory I have created earlier is removed right now. Okay. And the other is let's create again. Let's create if the file path is exist, it will not create. Let's check the file path. If os.path, there is another functionality to check the paths of the file path. I can pass exists and p2, for example. If just put not this p2 directory is exist, I can create os mkdir p2, Otherwise, else print the directory already exists. Directory exists. Okay. Now I run and created that directory P2, and let me run again. This it runs the directory already exists because I created previously, and this checks the availability of the directory using os.path.exists. If not, which means the file is or the directory does not exist, it will create that directory. Otherwise, that directory exists, it's going to print out the directory is exist and the directory is not created as well. Okay. The other is list the content of the directory using the fifth one is list the contents of the directory. Okay, I can use os.list dir. Now, right now, I created, because my current working directory is this one. In this directory, I created one directory that is P2. So it prints as, I can save this into file, for example, list dir, and I can print list dir. Yeah, this is, if we have more directories, let me create, for example, P3. Let me create. Okay. Yeah. Now I created another directory. I have 3 directory. I can iterate over the list dir or dir in list dir print dir. Look like this. This is the way how we can access the contents of the directory. So we can it printed out as a list in all the contents of the current working directory. Actually, you can also specify the paths of the directory inside this. If you don't want to print out the current working directory, you can specify the paths. For example, if I wanna print out the desktops, because I am on the Python's directory, so I wanna print out the contents of desktop, for example, home, no, desktop. You see, all the contents of the desktop are printed out. In C++, in other operating system, you can use look like this, C. Then I'm not quite sure, but it may be home, desktop, blah blah. But you should put C colon then backslash before the path name in other operating system to pass the path name of the directory. If you want to print out other directory other than the current working directory, if you are working on the current directory and you want to print out the contents of the current working directory, you don't need to specify the paths like this. You see, like this. So you can do like that. You can also create by specifying paths here. For example, if I wanna create on home desktop blah blah like this, you can specify paths. But if I wanna but the best thing is just change your current working directory by using chdir to other working directory that you wanna work on. Then you can do anything where you are in the current working directory. That is the best thing. If you don't know how to specify the paths of the directory. All right, let's go ahead. The other thing is, if we want to create files inside the current working directory, we can do, for example, I have two directories, P3 and P2, and I want to change it to os.chdir to P2, and I want to create, now let's print the current working directory again to make sure that, okay, I change it to this. And now I want to create a file inside this working directory, not directory, file. I can use with open, for example, f1.txt. I can pass the mode of the file, for example, w as f, then f dot write, then the file is created at, and I want to get the current working directory. Os get cw wd. Okay. Yeah. Now, if it is okay, the file going to be created into, as you can see here, you can open up this file and you can see that the file, a file is created at, this is the current working directory. I printed out in the file here, os get in the file, because this file was created at home nav desktop python p2. This is the working directory right now, and I can find the file name, the file path here. This is the same. All right. So this is the way how we can handle, and I showed you how to remove directory using, you can also remove files. File is different from directory. So you can, if I wanna remove the file I created here, I can use os.remove, then file name here, f1.txt. Now the file name is removed. I can make check that the file is not exist in this directory. So to remove the directory, I can use rmdir, os.rmdir, and I can pass the directory name or the path of the directory name. For example, let me remove os rmdir home. In my case, no desktop Python and P2. Now P2 is removed from Python on desktop. Already P3 is available. Now I can check my working directory. Previously it was Python under P2, but P2 is removed right now, and I can check the current working CWD. Okay, there is something error. Moved to session. Okay, I should change first. Ch change here. I can pass the path. Session line was not unique in database history. So there is something error from database, I think. I'm not quite sure what is wrong. OSH here T3. Okay, it works now, I think. OS get ch TWD. Yeah, that was my mistake. Okay, so this is today's lesson, and you can work on manipulating files and directories in Python using OS module. So this is OS module is not only this, but those are very, very important to manipulate our directories and files. If you develop big programs, so these are very important. You can automatically create file, you can automatically remove or manipulate or do, because I used all the things or in my program. I have developed a big program, and I used all things to manipulate automatically. If you want to create a new directory and store files in that directory, after accessing and using that file, you can automatically delete or remove the files and directories and so on. You can do anything you want. Okay, if you enjoyed on this video, like, share, and subscribe, and also send thanks gift if you like to support a Python lab. Thanks for watching today.